$200 million in the vault beneath the strip, with a 32-hour window to get it out. Find the safe. This should be a simple in and out.
It's not too late to go back.
If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
Welcome to Movie Complex channel. Today we will be doing a spoiler talk on Army of the Dead by Zack Snyder. Here with me today is my co-host and husband, film enthusiast Sid the Squid, and let's just jump into it. What do you think about the storyline of Army of the Dead?
You mean the storyline, or do you mean like the concept? Because that's two different things.
The concept was what it's about. Like, what do you think about it?
The concept of Army of the Dead was actually pretty good. Like the idea of a heist movie mashup with a zombie film, you know what I mean? It could be really good. I don't think the execution was like really done that well though. You know what I mean?
Well, I agree with you on that, but like what specifically messed it up for you?
What messes up pretty much like any Zack Snyder movie for me is I don't like his storytelling. Like I think Zack Snyder's good visually, you know what I mean? He's good visually, he's good with action, but he just doesn't know how to tell a story really. And he doesn't know how to tell one in under 90 minutes or 2 hours.
I could agree with that because I feel like a lot of the movie could have been trimmed off. A large majority of it was just like storyline fluff that we didn't need, like the storyline with the daughter, the storyline with the, I guess, I don't even know what to call them. Like I would call them hive zombies, but they're more like wolf pack zombies.
They call them alphas in the actual movie.
So I would say that's more like a wolf pack then. Like they have a pack mentality. Pack in regards to they have an alpha male and an alpha female, and like you have to go through the pack to establish rules and if you could come in and do stuff or not. So I feel like that's more of a pack.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So that being said, like, what do you think about the intelligence of the zombies and like the new wave ideas that he put in there, like the fast zombies, like they're all their attributes? Like, what do you think about that in terms of like the regular zombie lore? Like, does it add to it or does it take away from it? Does it mess stuff up for you?
I mean, I thought it was fine. I mean, the concept itself, like the idea of like super zombies, that's not an issue. You know, the real issue is you already had a heist film thing going on, and then you got these super zombies, and then you got like other stuff going on too, like character stuff. And so like I feel like the zombies, you can have these alpha zombies, but like that could have been its own movie. Really, you know, you could have just focused on that. That being said, even if he stuck with the heist film zombie mashup and the idea that you have alphas, that could have worked. Like the idea of we go in, we do a heist, you know, we have zombies, we think they act like this, and now you got these alphas that act a different way. And so now we have to deal with that. Like that fits into a heist film of we do the heist, we come out, and the heist doesn't go as planned. And, you know, that plan could be normal zombies. And then the hitch is these alpha zombies. So, like, the idea of them is not that bad, but execution is the issue.
I think the idea of them was okay, but the thing that messed it up for me is like he didn't really establish clear rules for these zombies. Like, you know, in most zombie movies, oh, you've got bitten, so you're gonna turn in, 12 seconds, or in this movie you get bitten, you turn within a day. But in some scenes you can get bitten and you'll turn within seconds, and then like later on in the movie you'll get bitten and for hours nothing happens. And you can like skirt around that loophole and say, well, every person's different, like an actual virus. But I think he pretty much established in the first montage of the film that when you get bitten, you're going to turn like instantly, everybody. So I think he didn't really keep with the zombie lore, so that kind of messed it up for me. As far as intelligent zombies, I think it's okay. It probably should have been like its own separate movie on how they got there, because I feel like, to me, he's introducing us to them as like aliens, I guess, because they came through on like an Area 51 caravan. So I'm guessing like they either found these people this way, or they found that one zombie, or they experimented on him in a military base, and then they were transporting him somewhere. So like it's either an alien or it's a zombie. So well, I don't know which one.
I mean, it's just a secret government thing. You never really know, and that kind of leaves an opening to go deeper if you want to. But for me, the real issue is like there was kind of too much fun with it. Like, he doesn't have to wear a cape. He doesn't have to wear a mask. He doesn't have to be boxing and super strong and all that stuff. He was basically like Batman for zombies.
Or Superman.
Yeah, and I feel like you didn't have to do that. So I want to say it was another, I can't remember which one, but there was another zombie film from like Romero where there was a smarter zombie and he did things that were different. And this guy could have been that, just a smarter, faster zombie. He didn't have to be like a superhero zombie.
Right. And I also like that he has the different variations of zombies. Like, you have the traditional slow zombies that can't function unless they're finding something to eat, and if they don't, they kind of die off. And then you have a different sector of zombies, which is the super smart, intelligent, fast ones. So we know who my least favorite character is in the film, but what are your, or at least one favorite character that you have from the film?
I mean, I like the number of the characters in the film. Guzman, the Hispanic guy, he was cool.
Yeah.
Vanderholt, the black dude with the chainsaw, was cool. I even liked the German safecracker, who was more of a comedy relief, but like I liked him, and I would say him, and then the coyote.
Right. I would say she's at the top of my list for favorite character, as like the guy, the person that like takes you into that world and like shows you how to navigate it. I did like Omari Hardwick's character. What was his name again? Vanderholt. I liked him. And I did like the German safecracker. But that's about it. I did like Guzman's girlfriend.
Oh, I can't remember.
I can't remember her name either, but she was pretty badass. And if she didn't get effed over by one of the Tanaka security guys, she probably would have done some pretty hardcore damage. But
yeah, but like getting back to the coyote, who they said her character's name is Lily, which I never heard her get called Lily.
Yeah, it's always been Coyote.
Well, what were they going to do without her? Like, she wasn't part of the original heist crew. She just happened to be at the place guiding other people in. But it sounds like they had no idea how they was actually going to get in there without her. So, like, for me, from a writing standpoint, it doesn't mesh, because really, you either needed that character and she should have been kind of part of the crew to begin with, like we got an inside person that knows how to get in and get out, we just need a few more people to move the money, than say she just happened to be there and it's like, oh, you know how to get in, well, we gonna follow you. But why would they do that? They already should have a way in.
Actually, I think you're right, because in the storyline, Coyote wasn't a part of anything, and it wasn't until Batista met up with his daughter that she was like, oh, I know Coyote, she can help you get in there. And then they decided to pay her, and then everything kicked off. So yeah,
what were they gonna do? They got in there like they had no idea how to get in there.
I guess they were just gonna go in there guns a-blazing.
Apparently.
I don't know what to think about that. What was the most ridiculous part of the film that just took you out of it completely? I got mine, but I just want to know what yours is.
That the security guard leaving everybody behind for the zombie hit just killed the movie for me. Like, I thought, before that, it was a dumb Zack Snyder zombie movie. I didn't consider it a bad movie until that happened. Then, from a that's the first time I thought like, oh, okay, this is bad writing, you know.
Well, I was on my last straw with the movie when the German safecracker died, and he shoves like Omari Hardwick's character into the vault, which has no air in it whatsoever, and he was probably in there for like 20 or 30 minutes. So when they opened up, or however he got out of the safe, probably because of a bomb at the end. Okay, first of all, I was like, how did he get out of the safe? Because safes are usually fireproof and bomb-proof. So I don't know how. I just don't know how he got out of it.
To be fair, it was a nuclear bomb, so you could say it knocked open the safe.
Supposedly, and then so that's the first thing, and the second thing is he got bit during the skirmish before he got locked into the safe. So then that could have been 20 minutes or 10 minutes or wherever you want to call it. Let's go with the low end with 10 minutes. Then he walked himself to go get a rental car, drove himself to the airport, and then figured out he got bit, and then was like, okay, well, I'm infected and I'm gonna turn while I'm in this plane. And then they cut the movie off. So
could we also say that he like walked through the airport? Wait, he stole a car, drove to an airport. Looks like he's been in a war zone. No one called the ambulance.
Temperature, nothing.
Yeah, no one checked his temperature. He's just a black dude running around with duffel bags of money. Looks like he's been in a war. He's at least sick. At worst, you know, a terrorist or something like that. Like no one like they just
at the airport. Nobody checks him. Like I said, they didn't even check his temperature.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna rent this plane. Just drop some money down, you know, and he looks like a bum off the street. Like nobody. They was just gonna take that money. That could have been drug money. That could have been anything, according to, you know, the way people think.
What do you rate Army of the Dead?
10 out of, like, what's the...
Like, out of 10. Like, what do you rate it? Because that's how we do things here at Movie Complex. Out of 10.
6 out of 10. Once again, watch any Zack Snyder film once. Visually, he's great. You know, there'll always be some action and stuff like that. But story-wise, he just, you know, not the best storyteller. So 6 out of 10.
As far as my rating goes, I kind of have to agree with you because, like, I had to take some points away from extra added, meaningless characters, some of the ridiculousness of the storyline, and just the runtime being too long. Because I think I looked at my watch at some point in the movie, like, dang, it's still going on. But yeah, so I also will give it a 6 out of 10. Well, that's our spoiler discussion on Army of the Dead. I want to thank Sid the Squid for joining me.
Thank you.
On the show. And hopefully, if he has the time, and if you guys like him, then hopefully I could bring him back. So this is Movie Complex, your place for bite-sized reviews.